Ladies and gentlemen, I am Othias, and this is my official duty to announce that we are, in fact, quadruple funded, which is a different ratio from last year, so I'm very happy to be quadruple funded. I am, however, noticing that I'm not reaching all of you. As a matter of fact, I may be reaching some of you for the first time right now, if we're lucky. It appears that the way YouTube handles things has changed, so if you have friends or are in a community that normally picks up these shirts, you might want to give them a little nudge, because it looks like we're blowing the horn and we're not hearing the same callback. Now, of course, there are other factors, but I just noticed on our stats behind the scenes, we're not reaching every single viewer because of that new subscription tab thing that doesn't work quite right. All right, with that aside, I get to tell you guys that we now have another sticker on the board. And that one is going to be my favorite so far, Samuel Colt. The man we may perhaps say the inventor of the modern revolver, but we can definitely say he was the #1 marketer of the entire concept of a repeating handgun. Samuel Colt was more salesman than he was engineer, and yet he still managed to drag the world into the era of the assembly line. And now you have a sticker so that you can put it on whatever you want and remind people Henry Ford ain't got nothing on this guy. All right. If you need anything else to interact with the public, if you'd like to go off into the sea of strangers and come away with friends, then you must find a way to signal to them in the dark so that you're not just two ships passing in the night. And that light in the dark, my friend, that lighthouse turning away, is one of these 5 shirts. Or perhaps, if it's cold outside, sweatshirt. Now, I'll just remind you one more time, we've got Webley's washers. We have our new school crest. We have our school trap team. We don't do the shooting kind of trap team, we do the throwing kind of trap team. We also have the new iteration of the cycle of violence, which is something you guys always request. And of course, my favorite, and you all have to respect it because I said so, no replacement for displacement. Just in case you like vehicles and guns, or either. All right, with all this said, let this serve as also your 48-hour announcement because the campaign is almost over. And by the rules we set it up for, it ends a little bit late, and you don't leave it to the last 5 hours. You'll be asleep, comfy cozy, and then you'll regret it the next day. So go on out there and buy one of the shirts. Support the show. If you've enjoyed the shorts we've been doing, if you've enjoyed the expanded content we're doing, if you enjoy the fact that we've moved into World War II, tell us that right now. We need to see your feedback in the form of the actual way we move the ship, shoveling that green currency that is the coal that fires the engine. Now, I also have to tell you one other little ditty while I'm up here, which is that the Mancies are winning. Kijiro Nambu, with an M as in Mancy, is taking victory so far by 133 points. Now, of course, any one generous donor could undo this entire lead. As a matter of fact, you guys could be sniping right to the last minute if you want, because recall, whichever spelling of Nambu we go with here is what we're doing with for the show. The reason for that being, one is the more traditional method that is a bit more phonetic to how it sounds, and the other is the current standard for how you translate the phonetics of Japanese to a standard English, and you just have to kind of know when to move them up and down a little bit. So, you guys will decide what the show is doing because, frankly, either one is technically acceptable, so we're just going to let our audience decide. Just a reminder, we're using this as a tip system because Indiegogo's tip system does not go to us. If you use the Indiegogo tip, you are giving money to Indiegogo. Use the Nambu vote to give us money if you're trying to tip us. By the way, thank you for tipping us. We're going to put that to very good use, I assure you. All right, with that all covered, I want to thank you again for making everything we do possible, and I want to promise you an excellent 2026 with way more content, way more opening up of the eras that we're involved in, and of course, as much engagement as we can possibly get with you guys there at home. All right, y'all have a good one.